I want to welcome everybody to our Thursday night Basic Reset Team Builders call. My name is Penny Kyle, and I am out of Central California in a small town by the name of Hanford. And I am so super excited to be here tonight. Why? Because we get to hear everybody come in on these incredible calls every Thursday night. We get to hear some fantastic speakers. And tonight is extra super special because we are launching our newest product, folks. And this is super exciting. I want to say a special thank you to the affiliates who took time out of their evening tonight and got on this call. But I want to do a special welcome to everybody that's a guest on this call tonight, because somebody thought so much of you to get you on this call because they really wanted you to hear what Basic Reset is all about. So thank you again for being on this call. And when this call is over, get back to the person who invited you and don't wait. Jump in with both feet and let's get started, because here at Basic Reset, we're a family and we all help each other out. So without further ado, because it's going to be a super exciting call, I get the pleasure of introducing to you a friend and mentor of mine, somebody I've known for a couple of years now, somebody who is always doing something for the company, helping other people find what he's found, and that's none other than Mr. Randy Steen. Randy, are you here?
No, I'm not. I'm actually on vacation.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
I am here. Thank you, Penny. I appreciate that wonderful, warm welcome, and thank you for doing a great job on welcoming everybody to the call. And you've had a privilege that you can talk about in just a little while. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're glad that you're on the call. We've got a great call tonight. It's packed out. There's a tremendous amount of people here. And, of course, we all know that you're here because you want to hear about this new product that's being introduced tonight. And I'm sitting here holding something in my hand as we speak that I can't tell you about. And I know you're saying, but Randy, we want to know about this. But that's not my job to do that. That's Fred's job. He's going to explain what this is all about. But I've got to tell you something. You're going to be excited when you hear about this, and you're even going to be more excited. Well, I'm not going to tell you any more than that. But I do want to remind everybody that that the whole purpose of these calls, and I want to do the same thing Penny did. I want to welcome those of you that are a guest on this call. You're special people here. We regard you as special people, as guests on our call, because that's the whole purpose of these calls, is to not only introduce new things, but to help you understand why all of the people that are on these calls and why all of the people that are with our company are here. What makes us so much different than any other company that's out there? Well, just briefly before I introduce Fred, I want to tell you what the difference is. The difference is we don't require you to pay money to join us. In other words, we don't require you to pay money to the company for the privilege of selling our products. We want you to sell our products so that the company can make a profit. The company can make some money. And you can make some money. And we've gone one step further. We've even eliminated this monthly cost that most companies impose upon you that says you have to buy product every month in order to be active and in order to earn commissions. We've totally eliminated that with Basic Reset. And you know what's really cool about that? What's really cool is this. You see, people are buying products from our company because they want to buy them, not because they have to buy them. They're buying them and they're consuming them and they're using them. They're not buying them and having them end up in a closet or in a cupboard or in a box in the corner in the garage because they couldn't use it or they didn't like it, but they had to buy it because they had to do it in order to stay active with the company. Well, we don't require any of that. And so you're going to find out that our products are not only being consumed, that people are getting fabulous results from them, so they continue to order and order and order and order. Then we did one more thing, and I want to talk about this real quick, and that is simply this. With our company, we actually did two things, and I'm going to talk about one of them a little bit later, but we made our company we had it set up in such a way that you can earn an actual livable income just based on your customer sales alone or your first-level affiliate sales. Either one pays the same thing, 35% commission. You literally, if you just spend time getting customers, customer acquisition we call it, if you'll just spend time doing that, guess what? You can make a livable income with our company because that 35% that a lot of companies might pay you a fast start bonus or something like that. Well, we pay that commission every month, month after month after month, order after order after order, year after year after year. And it just continues to compound and build and build and build and build. And you're pretty soon, you have yourself worked up to not only a livable income, but an income that's absolutely fabulous. So we want you to understand that there's a lot more to this. Go ahead and, like Penny said, get with the individual when this call's over and say, look, I want to know more. Now, have I kept you waiting long enough, or should I go on and talk about something else? Gee, I've only talked a couple minutes. Well, maybe I should introduce Fred to you so that you guys can understand what we're all excited about here with Basic Reset. You're about to hear about something that's going to affect your business. It's going to affect you personally. It's going to affect your friends and neighbors and relatives. It's literally going to affect every single solitary person you come in contact with, because it's going to deal with something that is gone completely wild in our world. So what I'm going to do is introduce the fellow that's going to tell you about that, and you all know him. He's Fred Kaufman. He's the owner and CEO. He's a guy that formulates their products. He's the guy that you'll always hear say, gee, I think we can make it better. And he generally does. As a matter of fact, he always does. I've never seen anything that he didn't make better. I've been all excited about things that we have talked about, and he said, no, you know something? I think we can do better than that. And it's just amazing what he's been able to do with this company that he's launched, he and Kim, and the products that he's introduced to the world that people absolutely love and are getting real products that really work for a really decent price on top of it. And it pays great commissions. Well, I don't know what more you could ask for. Except let me introduce him to you now. He's a good friend of mine. We met once at the convention. I mean, we met over the days we were there, but I'd never met Fred before that. But we talked so much on the telephone, I feel like he's almost like family. And so it's a pretty good deal. So my friend, my mentor, and the leader of our company, Mr. Fred Kaufman. Fred, you've got the floor.
Thank you, Randy, and thank you, Penny. Appreciate the introduction, and I tell people that we're brothers of another mother.
So, that's right.
Oh, Randy. Oh, it was so great to meet everybody at the convention. There are people I've talked to on the phone and felt like they were family, and then I got to meet them in person, and I thought, wow, this is real. These aren't fake people. They weren't just saying stuff on the phone. They really meant it. They really love us, and they love our company. And we love you. I don't say it enough, but we love each and every one of you, and we really, really mean that. We're excited about a lot of different things. I want to touch just a little bit about the business end of this, kind of to get you salivating about what's coming here in just a couple minutes. But also just to let you know, we have had a breakthrough. We had a 70% increase in the number of people that were earning commissions. Now, of course, we had an increase in sales because we had a sale, and that always happens. But what was astonishing to me, I just about fell out of my chair. We had a 70% increase in the number of people earning commissions. Now, why would that have happened? It's because of follow-up. Nothing more, nothing less. It was follow-up. People were excited about the sale. They called up their customers and said, you got to get in on this sale. And they did. We sold a lot of product. In fact, we almost ran out. For one day, we ran out of Ionite. We had it on the way, but they had a problem with the weather and didn't get it out exactly when we thought they would. It was a day late, and so we had it timed right, but we ran out, and we didn't really miss any orders except for people that ordered a large quantity. We had people ordering 40 and 50 bottles of Ionite and 40 and 50 packs of Ionite. That's amazing. But it just shows you the potential of what we have. Who would order 40 or 50 packages of a product if it wasn't doing something for them? They wanted to make sure they got the best price they could and would never run out. Just think about that. There's 12 months in a year, and we had people ordering 40 and 50 of each product, Aqualyte and Ionite. That's more than a year's supply. Well, they shared it with their family, so let's just say it was a year's supply. a whole year's supply in one order. Now, Randy mentioned that. We don't put a gun to your ribs to make you order products like just about every other company in the whole network marketing business does. We say, look, we've got great products. If you want them, here they are. If you don't, we're not going to force you to buy them. And yet our sales average, an individual sale, averages $85 to $100. Most of the time when I look at the number of orders that we had come in during a day and divide that into the dollar amount, it's right at $100. Sometimes, as it was this last week, it's even higher than that. But let's just say $100. What we have found in the last, I think it was mostly the last conference call, we've hit on it in other calls, but last conference call, we hit it pretty strong. And it's this vision. You know, every company has a vision, or at least most of them do. Our vision is quite unlike any other company out there. Our vision is to have a company full of customers that are all getting their product for free. Nobody does that. Why would they do that? Because it sounds like, well, if everybody's getting their product free, how are we going to make any money? We didn't look at it that way. We looked at the model of Walmart and Amazon, and we thought, if we could make a little bit of money off of a whole bunch of customers, and if the customers had an incentive to refer other customers, a big incentive, Kim calls it a whopping 35% incentive to send us other customers, that if people could grab a hold of that vision, our company would quadruple every month. In fact, people are starting to really catch a hold of that. And we've got people who have been kind of, well, they're good people. They have good intentions. I'm not going to say lazy. They just weren't motivated to go out and share with other people. And all of a sudden, they've gotten motivated. We have to look at this like a franchise. When you get somebody introduced to this basic reset opportunity, you need to treat it like a franchise. What is it that's common with the franchise? Doesn't matter if you have a Starbucks, a McDonald's, or whatever it is. Whenever you go into a Starbucks, I don't care if you're in Seattle or if you're in Atlanta, it's always the same. They greet you the same. You look around the store, it's exactly the same on the inside and out. When you go to McDonald's, it's exactly the same. Now, you may come to one that hasn't been remodeled to the latest architecture, but they're always the same. They've got the same menu. They've got the same training. Everybody has the same instructions, how to greet people, how to process the order. We haven't done that, and that's missing. Look what happened when people took that model. Look, don't make it hard. Let me do the work for you. Your goal is just to get one new person every day to watch that video, diseased or deficient. How many of you remember a company that had a liquid mineral product? It tasted horrible, by the way, but they had a cassette tape, and it was called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. I remember that tape so well. Now, there were some things that were kind of over the top, and they got in trouble because they had to correct some of the things that were said. But that cassette tape went out to probably well over 1 million people. Randy, if you have a more accurate number, let me know. But I believe it was over 1 million people listened to that cassette tape, and that's how they built that company into a rather large company. We have a video that Randy Steen, with over 40 years of network marketing experience, who is very familiar with the guy that was behind that cassette tape, very familiar with the tape, very familiar with the statistics of the growth of the company. He told me early on, he said, Fred, that video is every bit as powerful as that cassette tape. Dead Doctors Don't Lie. He said, in fact, I really believe it's more powerful than that. The reason it's more powerful is because I tell you in the beginning, this is my story. Why would you listen to me? Because of my story. And I make that famous quote that's, golly, it's 2,500 years old. Sometimes the truth is so unbelievable it escapes becoming known. That is the best way you could probably ever describe Basic Reset and our products. I talked to somebody the other day and they said they had health problems, wanted to know my advice. And they said, before you tell me what you think I should do, let me tell you what I'm already doing. And they named off, I think it was 21 different products that they were taking. And I said, well, here's the problem. If you have a crack in the foundation of your house, would you call a roofer? Would you call a guy and have him put on a new roof? No. You would have somebody come out and work on that foundation, strengthen that foundation. It doesn't help to have a new roof put on when you've got a cracked foundation. In fact, it could make things worse. So we have to look at our health the same way. You don't want to have a new roof put on when you've got a bad foundation. You want to go after that foundation. You might still need new shingles, but in the beginning, what you better address is that foundation, or that house is going to crumble apart, and it won't matter that you have a new roof. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about having the foundation, not of just humans, every animal, every plant, every insect, even bacteria. The foundation of life itself is water. But the foundation of health is water with minerals in it, because the minerals are needed for every process in your body. You can't blink your eyes without minerals. And the minerals, when they're in the water, change the water. If you took our Aqualite product and ground it up into a powder and swallowed it down with a glass of water, it wouldn't do the same thing for you as putting that little packet in the water. Because when you swallow the powder, the minerals never had a chance to affect the water. We have to really understand this is how everything was designed from the very beginning. Water, foundation of every living thing. Minerals in the water, now you have healthy living things. It's a physical law. It's not disputable. There's no doctor, no scientist, there's no university, there's no anybody of any kind of credentials that could ever dispute that the foundation of every living thing is water. It's just not disputable. And the evidence of health being connected to the other physical law, there must be minerals in the water, that's not disputable either. We have the Japanese government, the Ministry of Health, having done what I consider the world's largest double-blind study that's ongoing, has found a significant difference in the health and longevity of the people of Okinawa versus the people on the other islands. That's huge. Somebody asked the other day, do you have any clinical studies behind Aqualite Niacinite? Well, how about the largest double-blind study in the history of mankind? Would that be enough proof for you? That's what we've got. Somebody asked the other day, what about the FDA? Is this FDA approved? You don't have to have FDA approval to drink a glass of water. It's not something that needs a written prescription from the doctor. In fact, most doctors, they've kind of got it wrong, but they'll tell you, drink plenty of fluids. They should be saying drink plenty of water. And if they really had done their homework, they'd be saying drink enough of the right kind of water with minerals in it. Some health professionals, very well-intentioned, very heavily educated, lots of letters behind their name, are telling people to drink distilled or reverse osmosis water. It's dead water. Randy told me about a video he saw. Fred, this video is talking all about water, and it's saying the same things that you're teaching us. If there's no minerals in the water, it's considered dead water. When there's minerals in the water, it changes the molecular structure of the water. And we could go on and on and on about that, and I will on another call. But that's not what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about when you look at products, what are the things that you need? The top of the list is water and minerals, and we've got the best mineral products that you add to your own water and turn that into healthy water. If you're going to be healthy, you don't want to drink dead water. If you're going to drink dead water, first put these minerals in it to give life. Bring life, as our slogan is, bring life back to water. Once you start doing that, not thinking of it as a remedy, it's not a remedy for anything. But once you do that, once you give your body what it needs for the very foundation, it's amazing how your body responds. I'm going to talk a lot more about this Tuesday, and I want to remind you right now, Tuesday, we start up not the testimonial call. We're calling it the product info call. We're going to have people on there talking about what these products have done for them. But we don't want people to get into that mode that they were in at the beginning where they would call up and say, hey, have you had anybody healed of XYZ disease? And they would go out and tell people, hey, I heard somebody on one of the testimonial calls, and they were healed of that very same thing that you've got wrong with you. And they were healed in 1 week. And so they tell that to the person takes the products for 2 weeks, they don't get healed, and they call up and say, I want my money back. These products didn't work for me. Well, wait a minute. How do you know they didn't work for you? Well, because I took it. Well, did you take enough? See, we don't know how mineral deficient and dehydrated a person is, but that's what these two products, the Aqualyte and Ionite, address, is mineral deficiency coupled with dehydration. How mineral deficient and dehydrated any one person is a mystery. It's like asking, what size shoes do I wear? I don't know. I know what size I wear. I know what it takes for me to feel great, but I don't know what it's going to take for you. It might be 1 sachet of Aqualyte, 4 half-droppers of Ionite. But it might be 2 sachets and 8 half-droppers. It might be 4 and 12 or 4 and 16. We don't know. So you'll have to find out for yourself. But I'm telling you, over and over and over again, people who stick with this and increase when they don't get the results they were looking for, they sooner or later call back and say, man, I feel great. I feel better than I have in years. We've got a surprise for you. First, I've got one minor surprise. I think it's a pretty cool surprise. But Kim is going to tell you are you ready? Yeah, Kim is going to tell you about a special little treat that she found, and we have a really good sale, a really good price, and it's a pretty cool little product. Kim, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Fred. Yes, I get the honor of telling everyone that haven't heard about it already. Some people on Facebook already know. But this morning, this just fell into my lap, literally. I wasn't looking for it. It just came to me, and I was like, jumped on it and said, wow, we've got to do this even if it's just a few more days. So what we have is a wonderful Basic Reset travel mug. I just couldn't believe how fast this came together. But this mug is stainless steel with a white enamel finish, and it has plastic interior, which is BPA-free, and it has a nice handle, easy grip handle, and it holds 13 ounces of your favorite beverage. Well, I mean, no place like Basic Reset to find a beverage to put in this thing. And it's insulated, so it keeps it hot or cold, helps keep it hot or cold. So I was just thinking, my goodness, you know, what a wonderful tool for getting clients, getting new customers. Take this with you wherever you go. You could have water in it, you could have Vibrant in it, you could have your coffee in it, and you could be, running an errand. Maybe you have an appointment with your chiropractor, or maybe you have an appointment with your child's school teacher, or hairdresser, wherever you might be going, when you leave that house, you really should have this in your hand because this is a great advertisement. And people, when they see it, they will wonder, well, what's Basic Reset? What do you mean give yourself a basic reset? And it's really cool because this saying and logo, a Basic Reset, is on both sides of this cup. So whether you're right-handed or left-handed, it's going to be facing out to somebody, whoever's in front of you, and they're going to be looking at that thinking, what is that? So I just think this is a wonderful, wonderful tool to advertise Basic Reset. We've got so many beverages that could go in here. We've, Vibrant, Aqualite, Ionite, coffee. So it's just going to be a door opener for you to talk about Basic Reset and, then say, hey, you got to watch this video, hand them a card or something. So this is great. So the original price or the regular price is $32, but from now until 6 o'clock p.m. on Saturday, Central Time, these are selling shipping included for $18, and they are just great quality, So I just want to encourage everyone to go to the store, click on promotional products, and that's where you'll find it and everything you need to know. Now, this will be shipped to you separately. If you order it with other things, that's really okay because just know it's going to come by itself, shipped by itself, and the shipping is included when you purchase it. So you don't really have to worry about ordering it separately in that regard. So anyway, there you go. This is a great opportunity. Time's ticking, and we only have a couple more days. I don't know when they'll go on sale again, so grab what you can while you can, if you can, and hope you like it. Thanks, Fred.
Okay, well, that was kind of a nice surprise when I saw it. I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. So we've already ordered ours, and we ordered one for everybody that works at our office too. So, okay, now on to the main reason that we got everybody excited about the call tonight. We have a new product announcement, but as always. I shouldn't say always, a lot of times happens, we've got good news and bad news. The bad news, although Randy and Kim told me don't call it bad news, but to me it was bad news, we've had to put a hold on Java Trim for one simple reason, and Randy touched on it earlier. We always, always, always want to have the very best we can possibly have. And when we find a great product, the first thing I look at is how can we make it better? This looks good. How can we make it better? And you know that that's true because just look at the Java Trim, the Primo Java. Look at the Vibrant. Those are products. We have coffee. A lot of people have coffee out there, and there are some people that have companies that have coffee that has other ingredients added to it. But we have organic coffee, this really high-quality Arabica, high-elevation grown coffee, and we have organic mangosteen, and not just one, but 4 different reishi mushrooms, some call it Ganoderma. We're just at the top of the heap when it comes to healthy coffee. And with the Vibrant, when Randy first told me about this energy drink and he introduced me to this formulator, I said, well, you've got a great formula, but it could be better. And that's exactly what we did. And even the formulator had to admit it was better than what he originally had. And that original product was a blockbuster product. So we have had the same attitude towards Java Trim. I had put down a deposit, for those of you that don't know, on a coffee that had weight loss ingredients in it, and the more we tested it, the more we were disappointed. And we thought, okay, so we went to another supplier, and we got samples. We tried it out, another big disappointment. And then we went to another supplier, and we just couldn't come together on what we thought had to be an out-of-the-park home run. It just wasn't coming together. And so we're still in the testing stage. We're still doing research and development. We're still going to have Java Trim, but I just want you to know we're having to put it on hold as far as saying, okay, we're going to have it in a month, we're going to have it in 6 weeks or whatever. We can't set a time on it, because if we do, we're going to feel pressure to rush through this thing, and we don't want to do that. There are a lot of coffees out there. We want to have Java Trim be the best weight management product that there is in terms of functional beverage. In the meantime, I just couldn't rest until we had something to help people manage their weight. So here's the good news. Possibly later tonight, but certainly by morning, you're going to be able to get our new weight management product. It's in a capsule. It's called Trim Up. Possibly later tonight, we'll have it in the shopping cart, in the catalog. We won't have information on the website probably until later tomorrow. But this product, in our tests, in our preliminary tests, the people who have sampled it, every single one of them came back and said, I love it. Now, you don't have that happen very often, especially with the weight management product. Usually you'll have some people say, I like it. Some people say, well, I didn't really see any results from it, but it didn't make me sick. And then you have people say, it didn't do a thing for me. 100% of the people who have sampled this product, who weren't paid to give a review like they do on Amazon, where they give them free product and say, here, we'll give you this product if you'll give us a review. No, we said, look, we're trying to find out, is this product any good? All the ingredients, it's a proprietary formula, but all of the ingredients had good information behind them, and some of the ingredients you'll recognize when we get it on the website and in the shopping cart. But we don't know what it's going to actually do for people, real people who want to get a handle on their weight management, what it's going to do for people out there who are going to be customers. And I was shocked. We've had extraordinary reports of the scale changing in a positive direction. We've had extraordinary reports of people saying, gee, when I take this product, I'm really not hungry. Some people say they feel hungry, they sit down to eat, but they get full really quickly. The end result is that if you can have a product that can help you manage your appetite, something that can help you manage your blood sugar levels, something that can help you manage energy so that you're not tired, something that can make you feel good so you don't have that, gee, I feel depressed, I want some ice cream kind of attitude. All of that wrapped up into one. As I said, we're calling it Trim Up. And our slogan, unless we come up with something better, is going to be Reveal the New You. Everybody has a new you inside. They just haven't been revealed yet. And we're going to help you reveal that new you. What better time to come out with a product that I believe is a bases-loaded, grand slam, out-of-the-park home run. I never expected to have every single person who tried it tell me the same thing. I love it. We have people that are making charts. One of our testers actually made an Excel spreadsheet. I mean, this is a love affair with the product that is changing people's lives. And that's going to be available starting tomorrow. Now, we're going to have a preliminary sale. In other words, if you order now, the product is on the way, but it's probably not going to be in our hands until, I'm guessing, about Wednesday or Thursday. But it's on the way. We got confirmation of it. It's paid in full. We don't owe anybody anything for it. If you order tonight or tomorrow, and you're one of the first people to get this in the shopping cart, you're going to get $10 off. That's a pretty good sale. It's actually 25% off. So it's $39.95. There are 80 capsules in the bottle. You take 1 or 2 capsules, depending on what your goal is. Now, some people are bigger than other people, and some people are going to need 2 capsules. Other people are thinking, well, I only need to lose 10 or 20 pounds. You might only need 1 capsule twice a day. It gives you a lot of energy. So you don't want to take this after you've had 2 cups of coffee in the morning. You want to wait until your coffee starts to wear off, but preferably take it a half an hour before 2 meals. Now, you can have a cup of coffee and still take the product, and I don't think you're going to have jitters or anything from being overstimulated. But you'll have to decide that. You'll have to see, because everybody's different. But I'm taking 2 capsules. I want to test everything we have. I want to see how it makes me feel. And I don't need to lose a lot of weight, but I do have a little extra bit of fat around my tummy that I picked up over the last few years. And I'm telling you, my body percentage of fat has gone down. The pounds have gone down. And I feel great. I actually look forward to taking my capsules. And I have a cup of tea. I don't drink coffee. I have a cup of tea. And then I have my 2 capsules of Trim Up. And then get this, I have a cup of yogurt. One of those little, I think it's 5.3 ounces cup of yogurt. And that's my breakfast. And I'm not hungry until probably mid-afternoon. In fact, there have been times that I forgot to eat lunch at all. And it'll be getting close to 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I'll say to Kim, hey, are you getting hungry? And she said, didn't you have lunch? I said, no. And she'll say, well, you may as well wait till dinner now. We'll just eat an early dinner. It really, really, really has suppressed my appetite. I'm just not hungry. And we've had that happen with other people. Say, look, I just don't feel hungry. I'm not even thinking about food. If you're going to ever get a handle on managing your weight, the first thing that you have to accomplish is cutting back on the amount of food that you're putting in your mouth. Because we all know the formula. Calories in, calories stored. Because if you're taking in more than you burn off, you're going to store it. Your body doesn't have any other choice. It's going to store it. And this is a way to finally give you a handle on that, managing, because your mind's not going to be thinking, what time is it? What time is it? It's almost time. I'm going to get to eat here in just a few minutes. And this is the great thing. You kind of forget about it. You get busy because you've got energy. Your mind is alert. You're focused. And it doesn't have you limited to, well, I'm not a coffee drinker. Well, it doesn't matter. You just pop these 2 capsules, 1 or 2 capsules. If you take 2 capsules a day, it's a 40-day supply. And some of you will find that 2 capsules is enough. If you take 2 capsules twice a day, it's not going to be more than, what is it, Randy, 20 days? It's about a 3-week supply. Now, we want you to take 1 day off, at least 1 day a week. If you're going to use this product and use it sensibly, we want you to take 1 day off. So this is going to be a product that can be tailored to your particular needs by just the number of capsules that you take. And I tell you, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to describe how many weight management formulas I've looked at, how many ingredients, how many manufacturers I've talked to, how many studies I've looked at. And to have this formula come together the way it did so beautifully, and to get this 100%, now this isn't a huge number of people, but 100% of them have all said, I love it. So we're excited about it. I think you're going to be excited also. And again, you can start ordering either later tonight or tomorrow. You get essentially 25% off to pre-order, and you're going to get it shipped to you when it comes in without paying extra shipping. So if you wake up tomorrow and you think, well, I need to order some more Aqualite Night and I want to get a canister of Vibrant, and I want to try that product, I want to be a pre-order and save the extra money, the discount, get the discount on it. We're not going to charge you extra shipping when it comes in. We're going to foot that. And Randy, I want you to just chime in. Randy was one of our testers, and I don't know if you want anybody else to say anything, but go ahead and tell them what happened for you and what happened when you also had a Vibrant.
Well, I'll tell you, it's kind of an interesting thing because, we all know that people say, well, gee, how do these diet pills work? What do they do for you? What do they do to you? Well, I got to tell you that when I first got the product, I got it late on, what is today, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. I got it late on Monday, so I never took any on Monday. But on Tuesday morning when I got up, I took one capsule. The sheet of paper that comes with it says to take one to see how you feel. Now, I'm a bigger guy. I could have taken two right away, but I just took one in the morning, had my couple cups of coffee, and I took one and felt pretty good. And then about 11 o'clock in the morning after I was talking to Fred, I decided to take another one. And I had 2 slices of toast with peanut butter like I always do in the morning. And then at lunchtime, I went to eat lunch, and I wasn't very hungry. And I ate a little something. As a matter of fact, I think I ate about I can't remember if it was yesterday or no, I think it was that day. I ate about somewhere around 1/8 of a cup to a quarter cup, maybe a quarter cup of cottage cheese. And that night, had my normal supper meal. And I really didn't weigh myself that day, though. I actually weighed myself yesterday morning. Was the first time I got on the scale. But yesterday morning I took 2 right away, and I never took any more throughout the day. But I took a Vibrant. This is what's really interesting, and I'm going to encourage everybody that orders these things to try this. I mean, I took 2 in the morning, and it definitely, I mean, let me tell you something. You feel the energy from it, too. This has got an energy factor in it. But it curbs your appetite, and if you think you're going to eat something, when you do, you'll just find out that you don't eat as much. But when I drank that Vibrant late, I would say mid-morning, almost noon, it was like somebody put this stuff on steroids. I mean, I had no appetite, none whatsoever. I had to force myself to eat something last night. As a matter of fact, my roommate had made a pizza and asked if I wanted some of it. And normally, it's one of those little frozen pizzas. Whatever's left over, I would just consume down. I ate 2 pieces, and I couldn't eat anymore. I was plump full last night after eating those 2 pieces, little pieces of that pizza. And so I'll tell you, this stuff is absolutely amazing. And I think that people, when you try this, you're going to be amazed at it because it's different than anything else that's out there. And you're going to see when Fred talks about it more on next Tuesday night. When you get the product, you're going to see a proprietary blend of ingredients in there that are unlike anything else that's out there. And so this is not only just a product that it's going to be simple to use. And what I mean by that is, and don't get me wrong, I'm all for the diet coffee, and we're going to have the diet coffee. But even though there's a lot of coffee drinkers, there's a lot of people that don't drink coffee, or they're limited to drinking coffee, or maybe they don't want to drink any more coffee than what they're already drinking. But taking a couple of capsules is the simplest, easiest thing in the world to do, and it works. Let me tell you something. We have got a tiger by the tail here with this particular product. And people are going to take, on average, probably 1 to 2 of these a day. For most people, for somebody that's bigger like myself, you're probably going to be taking 2 to 3 of them a day. I don't think most people are. I don't think there's going to be very few people that are ever going to take 4 of them. So you're going to have somewhere around a 26 to a 40-day supply in this thing. But that's okay because it's actually designed so that you take at least 1 day a week off from it. Now, why do you want to do that? Simply to give your body a rest so that your body never becomes acclimated to any type of a weight loss factor that's going on. Because what this product's actually going to do is help to tell your body to activate something called BAT fat. And you're saying, BAT fat, Randy? It's called brown adipose tissue. This is the fat that's in your body that tells your body to burn the white fat, which is the bad stuff. And it activates that. Well, any time that that's activated, over a period of time, you can become acclimated a little bit sometimes to these things. And so if you take 1 day a week off, it'll never, ever happen. That's why this stuff is packaged this way. So it's absolutely fabulous. You're going to love it. And, Fred, I don't know what more I can say about it other than the Tuesday night's call, guys. You're going to want to make sure you're on there because there's going to be some people that have tried this product beside myself that are going to be talking. And they're going to be telling you what's happened to them with this product. And I'm going to have more. And by the way, Fred, I made a Excel spreadsheet also. I'm keeping track of when I get on.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, so that I can keep track as well.
Real people with real world results. And again, our goal is always to make it better, and you just have no idea how many hours I spent every day. I guess this goes back as well before the convention, and I've been looking at weight loss ingredients. Randy, we were talking about this when we first met on the phone. I said that I wanted to have a weight loss product, and you told me something that I never forgot. You said, Fred, if you can find something that can help me, because I've tried everything out there that you could possibly imagine, and I've not found anything that really works for me. You said, if you find something that will work for me, you're going to have $1 billion company. And I believe it. And I believe we found that one product with all these ingredients perfectly matched together in this proprietary formula that is going to help us become $1 billion company. Because of all the things that people complain about, what's that one thing, and especially this time of year when you kind of throw any diet as far as restricting yourself from having sugary foods or having more than what you really need to eat, it all goes out the window from Thanksgiving till New Year's. People have New Year's Day, what we call the syndrome of waking up to reality and realizing I've overdone it now for over a month. And the first thing that they think about on New Year's Day after they get over their hangover is, what am I going to do to get a handle on my weight? How am I going to get back into my skinny jeans? And we've got something to help people get what they want in terms of what they see in the mirror. We have a product that really, really has the potential to reveal the new you. So, Randy, we want to remind people once again, Tuesday night, product info call, 8 o'clock Central Time. If you want to write down this number, I'll give it to you. Otherwise, we're just going to have it for we'll have it in the email. I'll just do that. I'll make sure it's in the email, and then I'll send you out a reminder email as well. But it's the same number we used to use for our testimonial call. Well, Randy, I tell you what, I've had a lot of excitement today. Pardon?
We're not done yet. We got to call some numbers here.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm so glad you remembered. So we had a drawing last week. We had 3 people that received a book, and let me pull those numbers up to make sure you don't. Or do you have them so we don't draw those numbers again?
I do, and these numbers are not the same ones.
Okay. All right, well, let's do it.
Okay, I've got 3 numbers that I'm going to call out, all 3 of you. When you hear these numbers, those that have this number, stay on the phone after we discontinue the call. We're going to leave the line open because we'll need to get your information. Now, we have your information in the file, but if for some reason the number that's in our file is not the same as the number that you called in on, we need to make sure that we get your shipping information, your address, so we can ship to you. So the first number is 580-262-0007, 580-262-0007. The next number is 281-855-2850, 281-855-2850. And the last one is 715-225-8333, 715-225-8333. Those of you with those numbers, stay on the line. We're going to be ending the call. And
Randy,
Fred, if you have anything more to say, but we just want to make sure that people stay on the line when the call comes.
We have one more surprise. I don't know what's wrong with my memory tonight, but I'm thankful for Kim because she helps me. Kim has another announcement to make. So, Kim?
Yes, I just quickly want to mention also in the promotional products section of the store, we now, for the ladies, have bling T-shirts. And these are really, really cute. Oh, my goodness. They're vibrant energy drink bling T-shirts. And there's like 1,060 rhinestones on these on the logo of Vibrant Energy Drink. And if you want to see an actual close-up picture, when you click on the T-shirt, when you find it in the store, you will find on the extra pictures below the main picture, there is a close-up of the actual picture of the stones on a T-shirt so that you can see, because these other pictures that show you the different colors and the Vibrant logo on top of them are mock-ups. But you can see how bright and brilliant the stones actually look on these T-shirts when you look at the close-up ones that we have in the extra pictures. So you're going to have to allow, these are custom made as you order, and we're giving all of the profits that we make on the sale of these T-shirts are going to go to help women's charity. It's a shelter for battered women. So we figured that, if the T-shirts were just for women, wouldn't it be nice to give away 100% of all profits to help women in a battered that have been battered, and need help. So that was just a wonderful thing that came together, and it all just seemed to fit just really nicely. And you're going to have to allow about 2 or 3 weeks. Now, there could be a time where you might get these T-shirts in just a week, but we want to say 2 to 3 weeks right now because of the holidays and everything's kind of slowed down. They're custom made only when you order. So check those out, and they're just so special. I mean, they make great gifts for now. Right now, you might know teenagers or just yourself. You might want to give yourself one. So they're just real special and unique, one of a kind. So.
Okay, well, I think that just about wraps it up. I can't think of any other good news to share. But, Randy, it's been a pleasure again to be on the phone with all of our great, enthusiastic affiliates, and I'm just so excited. I have trouble sleeping at night because of the excitement that's going on around Basic Reset. And to see that increase in the number of people who earn commission, 70% in 1 week, that's huge. Now, I know there are a lot of company owners that cry at night when they have to give their money out to pay commissions, but I actually get so excited I have trouble sleeping. So we love to give money away. Randy, I thank you again for your help tonight, and I'll let you close out the call.
Okay, we're going to close out the call, folks. There's nothing more I need to say except remember, those of you that I read off those numbers, stay on the line. I'm going to stop the recording and open up the line, so after everybody's done, we'll get your name and address as soon as the line opens up. So thank you all for being here. We'll see you next Tuesday night on the first product. What did you call it, Fred? It's not a testimony call. There'll be testimonies on, but what are you calling it?
Product info call.
Product info call. That's what we're calling it. And but folks, you're going to hear lots of different things on those calls. So make sure you're there. We'll get the number out to you. And remember, this call was recorded. Will be put out in an email to you along with the link that will be in the Basic Reset Freedom Group room shortly after the call is done. Thank you all for attending. We appreciate you. Keep your eye open on that store because it's going to show up possibly tonight, if not for sure tomorrow morning, and you'll be able to order that product. So we'll catch you later. Thank you all for being here. And wherever you go, there you are. Always make the most of it because nobody's going to do it for you. Good night, everybody.